Tutankhamun and the Golden Age of the Pharaohs, this exhibition here at the Discovery Times Square Exposition, is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see these incredible pieces of history. It's been a privilege for us to be part of this exhibition. It toured in the 70s, the Treasures of Tutankhamun. It kind of established what a blockbuster exhibition was and was to be. And it was considered a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity back then, but now the exhibition returns. It's a brand new exhibition, new artifacts. And for me to be part of the design, the creative layout of the exhibition, putting the environments together, is also something that was quite unexpected. Work with a big team, we've got a huge responsibility, and there of course are huge expectations to this exhibit. People walk in the front door expecting to see something fantastic, and I hope that's what this exhibition delivers. The exhibition has 130 artifacts. You know, there were 50 artifacts that toured in the 70s. We have 50 objects from Tut's tomb, but the first part of the exhibition is all about Tut's family. You know, it's said if you want to get to know someone, get to know their family first, and that's how this exhibition is laid out. There's an introductory film narrated by Omar Sharif that kind of gives everyone the same starting point, if you will, to understand this exhibition completely. Then you make your way through 4 galleries to give you a little background of ancient Egypt, and like I said, talk about the family tree of Tutankhamun. And then finally, as you get about halfway through, you turn the corner, you know that you're making a discovery, if you will, much like Howard Carter did in 1922. And that's when these Tut objects are all on display. Young people, 3rd grader, 4th grader, a 9-year-old child will know more about this exhibition than I do, because there is a real intrigue for that age also. But I think it's the personal items. In fact, one we're standing in front of right now, a small game that Tutankhamun would have played as a child. It's no bigger than, you know, the top of your hand, a very small, intricate, beautiful drawer with little pieces inside that would have moved on a game board on the top and on the bottom. I think that's a personal piece that young people can connect to. Also across in this gallery is a small chair, a throne, that probably would have been his throne when he was prince, before he became king. You know, Tutankhamun was, we now know because of this DNA testing, he was the youngest of 7 children. He had 6 sisters, so imagine what that life must have been. And then when Akhenaten, who we now know as his father, knew that he had a son, he also knew he had an heir to the throne. So a lot of the personal items, I think, connect mainly with most of our guests, and especially with small children. One of the final galleries, a brand new artifact, the chariot of King Tut. You know, there were 6 chariots found in the tomb, but probably only one that he used all the time. Imagine being 18, 19 years old and having every kind of part of your day attended to. But once you got on that chariot, this was the fastest, the most maneuverable chariot, probably used for hunting and possibly in war, to get behind that and just to fly and enjoy that freedom. Unfortunately, some scholars, some historians think that maybe that chariot has something to do with his death. He died just days after suffering a very severe broken left leg, trauma to his whole body, and you know, being that every part of his day was attended to and taken care of, maybe the uncertainty and the danger of riding a chariot could have had something to do with an accident that contributed to his death. The last gallery talks about the science of Tutankhamun, really. The study of the mummy, the DNA testing, the CT scans that have been done. We have the only exact replica of Tutankhamun's mummy. The real mummy stays in the tomb, actually. It's the only royal mummy still in the Valley of the Kings. But because of the CT scan information, we can do an exact replica. So it's really, I think, interesting for most people to see the way Tutankhamun's mummy looked when it was discovered in 1922, and very much looks the same today. This is a king that would have gotten lost probably in the pages of history if it wasn't for this amazing discovery in 1922. The reason we still talk about Tutankhamun is because it was the only intact tomb ever discovered to this day. So as Howard Carter pushed through that wall and someone said, "What do you see?" he said, "I see wonderful things." Well, it was a discovery that archaeologists, Egyptologists, and people like you and me are really learning from, certainly are intrigued by, and then the study of the mummy now, because he was a 9-year-old boy when he became king, 18 or 19 years old when he died, so I think we are still very fascinated with how he lived and how he died. We have access to ancient Egypt in many, many ways. The internet, through books, through movies, through wonderful documentaries on television. But there's nothing like seeing the real thing. You know, when you come face to face with history, I think then it becomes real. These objects are real pieces of history, real pieces of King Tut's life, and there's really no other place you can see them but right here in New York City. The best way to get tickets is to go to the website, www.kingtutnyc.com. There you can figure out how to plan your visit, and Time Warner customers will receive a $5 discount. So if you want to see an amazing exhibition, it's here through January.